What's going on, YouTube? Today's video, I got a great one for you guys. Today's video, I'm going to be breaking down 3 resources that I've personally used when I was at rock bottom, when I was out of shape, when I was in the worst shape of my life, skinny fat, right? Sleeves flapping in the wind, when I wasn't attracting any women, when I had every single vice in the book, from smoking, drinking, partying, clubbing, beating off. Every single vice in the book that you can think of, I had it, right? Face was all breaking out, just ugly as fuck, right? I'm gonna put some pictures of what I used to look like at rock bottom, just looking like a caveman. You understand? And so I had to go to these resources in order to become in the position that I am now. And these resources I provide to every single one of my clients who joins my coaching program. And I'm about to share exactly what they are with you guys so that you can execute on them, and it will change the man that you become in 2026 if you actually do what is necessary. So before we begin, get a piece of paper out, get a notepad, get your journal, and get a pen, and be ready to take notes, be ready to create these lists as we go along with the video. As I break down every single list that you need, I want you to pause the video and create the list. Don't wait until tomorrow. Don't wait until January 1st. Don't wait until January 2nd. Make that list while watching this video. I promise you, it's gonna change your life. It changed mine and it changed my clients' lives. So let's get right into it. First list is the list of great, and you want to make these lists in this order, right? So first one, list of great. List of great is a list of characteristics, list of qualities, list of a description of the best version of you. I want you to just sit down, close your eyes, and imagine, without any limiting beliefs that you may have, right? What would the best version of you look like? What does that man dress like? What type of shape is this man in? How does this man speak? How does he carry himself? Is he jacked? What does he wear, right? What does his dating life look like? Does he have a girlfriend? Does he have a wife? Does he have a rotation, right? What kind of habits does this man have? What time does he wake up? I want you to get into autistic detail with every single characteristic, every single quality of this man. And I want you to take all the limiting beliefs that you have and throw them out the window, because we don't believe in that, right? In the ideal world, right? Go back to when you were a little kid and you had all of these imaginations, right? You had all of these big visions, all these big goals. I want you to go back to that person that you used to be and think about, what does the best version of you look like? Physically, mentally, spiritually, right? What kind of relationship does he have with God, right? What does he do on a day-to-day basis? Where does he live? How much money does he make? What kind of car does he drive? Does he drive a car, or does he have a driver? Get into explicit detail. Every single detail, I want you to write it down. And I want you to write it down in this tense. You're going to write down, I am. And then you're going to write out all the qualities. This is something that I did, and this is so important because it lets you know. It aligns your mind with the best version of yourself. Because whatever the mind can't conceive, it can't achieve, bro. If you made some progress in your life up to this point, it was because at one point, everything that you have now was just an idea in your mind, right? And the longer you can repeat these ideas, the more and more that you read these lists, you're going to be reading these lists every single day, every single morning, every single night. You're going to program your mind into identifying yourself with the man that you put on that piece of paper. And I wrote down this list. I put no limiting beliefs on myself, right? I wrote down my craziest, wildest dreams. And some of the things I've already accomplished, right? I've already accomplished some of the things. The dating life, the physique, right? Certain things I haven't. But I know for a fact that I will. Because every single time I read this, I'm aligning my mind with the man on that piece of paper. Okay? Once you write everything down, I want you to read back that list and just understand that that man on that piece of paper, that man is you. That man is the version of you that did everything necessary to accomplish those things. If you can imagine it, it can happen. I'm telling you right now. If you can imagine yourself in a big ass mansion, right, with 3 supercars and a beautiful wife and children, you can imagine that in your mind right now, you can make it happen. I'm telling you right now, right? The same way that a lot of times we have these negative thoughts in our mind, right? We have these negative visions. Oh, what if this happens? What if I lose this person, right? What if this doesn't work out? What if I lose this? We always we always think of the worst, right? We always have this anxiety. We're always looking to the future with some sort of anxiety, some sort of tension. And then a lot of times you see that when you worry about something too much, it actually comes true. It's because you have this sort of energy within you. You have energy and it's very powerful. You can use it for good and you can use it for bad. You understand? If you put all of your energy into the negative thoughts, bro, you're gonna manifest the negative shit in your life. You're gonna manifest losing that job. You're gonna manifest losing your chick. You're gonna manifest being fat. Straight up, I'm telling you right now. You don't believe me? Think of the worst thing that can possibly happen to you. And then read that list every single day and then see where you're at 1 year from now. But I'm telling you right now, if you write down the list of great, and I want you to get in super, super detail, right? I'm talking about like, what does your hair look like? How is your beard shaped up, right? Do you have a beard, right? What is like your go-to outfit? Is it a black suit, right? Is it a tank top? What is it? I want you to get down to the last details, like the color of your shirt, right? The color of your car, the color of the interior of your car, right? How you feel when you drive around your neighborhood. Like, get into that. The more detail you can be with this, the more you're going to be able to actually envision it and actually make it a reality. You understand? So number one, list of great. Pause this video and make it right now. Take some time with it if you have to, but make this list right now. Number two is the list of hate. List of hate, one of my favorite lists actually. A lot of times guys would say, oh, I just don't have motivation, right? You know, I lack discipline and I rely on getting motivated. Well, this list right here, the list of hate, is an endless motivation hack. I'm telling you right now, you ever struggled with getting motivation, this will be your motivation. You understand? The list of hate is you're gonna write down a list of every single person, every single thing that happened to you, every person who did you wrong, every situation that just like caused some sort of trauma in your life, all the people who did you dirty, all the people who doubted you, all the people who hated on you. All right. What I want you to do is I want you to write down their name and I want you to write down exactly what they said about you. And I want you to write down how it made you feel in the moment, right? If a chick rejected you, I want you to write down, shorty rejected me, right? Oh, girlfriend of 3 years cheated on me. You understand? Oh, family members said I wouldn't be shit, right? Whatever it is, we're men, right? We have doubters, we have haters, right? If you're working towards something great, you're gonna have people who doubt you. You're gonna have people who hate on you. I have people who hate on me every single day on this fucking channel. You understand? So I want you to write down every single person. I don't care if it's the person who picked on you in the 2nd grade. Go back, go way back, right? Because if you can remember it, that means that subconsciously it still affects you. Subconsciously, you're still motivated by it. You understand? Now, what's the point of this list? What's the point of writing down all the people who did you wrong? Isn't that just focusing on negative energy, Max? Well, here's the thing. Pain can be fuel, right? It's called the list of hate / list of pain, right? Pain can be used as fuel or pain can be used as negligence. A lot of times we go through pain and it causes us to just be stuck. It causes us to be like in paralysis analysis. We just stay in the same spot, right? We're traumatized, something bad happens to us and we just go off rolling to rock bottom. But if you use that pain, you can use it towards something good. So this is how you're going to do that. Every single morning when you wake up, right? Ideally, you should be waking up at the same time every single day. And this is going to be a part of your morning routine. You're going to wake up, you're going to pull out your notepad, pull out your journal where you have the list of hate, right? And you're going to read that shit every single day. In fact, I want you to put it inside your notes app, right? Have it in a journal that you read in the morning, and then have it in your notes app so you can carry it everywhere you go on your phone. You understand? And I'm telling you right now, if you can get into extreme detail with this list and truly write down all of the traumatic moments in your life, all the people who said you wouldn't be shit, all the people who did you dirty, right? If you can truly write this down without holding yourself back, because nobody's gonna see this list, bro. Like, nobody's gonna see any of these lists. Be transparent as possible, right? The only person that's gonna read this is you. That's what's important, right? That you're reading the list. And when you read that list, you are gonna have this sort of pain, this sort of fire within you. You know, that sort of fire when, like, maybe you just got fired from your job, or maybe a chick just like broke up with you, a chick just cheated on you, and you just want to, get in the gym, use that pain as energy. You have like you have like this fire within you, right? If you ever went through a heartbreak, hit the gym after, you know what I'm saying. Well, this is that on steroids, because it's every person that did you wrong. It's every bad thing that happened in your life, right? Every painful situation that happened to you. And so I want you to read this list. This is going to be your motivation, because if you don't hold yourself accountable to becoming the man that you wrote down in the list of great, if you don't hold yourself accountable to doing the things that you need to do to move towards becoming that man each and every single day, well, then I just want you to know that all those people that you wrote down in your list of hate, in your list of pain, all those doubters, all those haters, well, then guess what, bro? They were just making accurate assumptions, right? They were making accurate assumptions about you. Oh, they said you wouldn't be shit. They said you would just be, some low-life loser who just hangs out, smokes weed, parties every weekend, chases girls. That girl who said you wouldn't be shit, right? All those people that said you would be skinny fat your whole life, or fat your whole life. Well, if you don't get in the gym now, if you don't make some shit happen now, guess what happens? They're just right. You're proving them right. You're gonna let that happen? Bro, I'm telling you what, bro. My high school journey, I was on self-improvement, but I didn't take my physique seriously, right? I was hitting the gym a bit, but I wasn't really taking it serious. And I was skinny fat for most of high school. You feel me? Actually, all of high school, right? And, yes, I attracted women. But you know what? The guys at my school were fucking jacked, right? I'm talking about, we were 16 years old. These guys were like 6'2", looking like football linebackers, right? 220, ripped to the T. You know what I'm saying? And even though, because I attracted women, a lot of guys would hate. And all they had to say about me was that, oh yeah, this guy's skinny. This guy's skinny fat. Like, this guy has no physique. This guy's weak. This guy's like, his shirts, like, look, baggy ass shirts on him, right? So that's what they would say, because they couldn't really say anything else. I looked better than them, like, facial wise. I made more money than them. I had more girls than them even. But I didn't have the physique, and I was weak. I was weak. And so, it upset me. It upset me what they said. But at the end of the day, they were making accurate assumptions about me. But guess what happened? Guess what fucking happened? I got into the best shape of my life after high school, right? 12% body fat, jacked as fuck. And I've maintained this fucking standard for the past 5 years, right? So while we're already all grown up now, the same guys who were talking shit in high school, same guys who were 220 and jacked, those same guys are fat as fuck right now, right? With skinny fat physiques, right? I'm talking about dad bods at the age of 24, 25, right? These guys have dad bods at the age of 25, right? Just looking soft. And they come to me now. I'm telling you guys right now, on my dead, these guys are in my DMs asking for fitness advice, asking me to coach them. And you know how good that feels? You know how good that feels, knowing that these guys used to talk shit about my physique, and now they're coming back to me asking for advice? That's what I want you to feel. That feeling of success is the best revenge. Because once you do everything that you gotta do, you're gonna prove those people wrong. With your physique, with your dating life, right? Oh, that chick rejected you. That chick said that, oh, she's the best option you could get. Cool. Go improve, go self-improve, get in the best shape of your life, make more money, and get a better chick, right? Let her stalk your Instagram and see that you're with a hotter chick, right? A chick that's actually down for you. How about that, right? How about that for revenge? I'm telling you guys, that revenge is sweet. You know, a lot of people say don't be a revengeful person. I'm a very revengeful person. Revenge is sweet. You feel me? But it needs to be fueled by self-improvement, which is fueled by the list of hate. So make it right now. Pause this video, make that list of hate. And number 3, list of problems. For the list of problems, this is a list I personally came up with because I used to have so many things that I bottled up in the back of my mind, right? So many things that were like low-key stressing me out and giving me anxiety. And yet, like, I couldn't pinpoint what it was, right? I was just like at rock bottom and I truly hated myself. I was escaping with vices, and I was like, okay, once I quit the vices, once I was in the process of quitting, I was like, what am I really running away from? Because if you have vices, if you have bad habits, you're running away from something, right? So understand, what are you running away from, right? And you have to like really sit back, obviously not under the influence. Like, you have to be completely sober, clear-minded, and just like reflect. Be honest with yourself. What problems do you have in your life? And I say problems because a lot of times, once you write down things that are stressing you out, things that are like upsetting you, once you write down on a piece of paper, you're like, damn, I'm stressing about that. You feel me? Like, okay, that's like, I could easily get that done. So for me, an example for my situation was when I was at rock bottom, I was in college at the time. And some of my problems that were causing anxiety were like unfinished assignments that I had to do that I kept postponing. And so I wrote it down. I was like, okay, I have this essay due. I have this research paper due. And I looked at the paper and I'm like, okay, I have a research paper due. Let me just go ahead and do it, right? Sometimes we just procrastinate, postpone different things that are bothering us in our life. And problems are like a cancer. You understand? One little problem, like you, for example, like fucking not changing your bed sheets, right? Weird example, but let's say you don't change your bed sheets, right? And you don't realize this, but over time, you don't change your bed sheets, and they end up stinking, right? And now your room stinks. Now you stink, right? Now maybe you have some sort of fungus in your fucking room. I don't know, right? And it's all because you procrastinated on changing your bed sheets, right? So the first day that you didn't change them wasn't a big deal. Second day wasn't a big deal. Second week, started smelling. By the second month, bro, that shit started to stink, right? And so all of these little problems, you're making them into very big problems by putting them off, right? And they grow like a cancer because you keep neglecting them. So anything that's like bothering you, start from every single aspect. So start from your physique, right? Is it the fact that you're out of shape? Is it the fact that you can't stay consistent with the gym? Is it the fact that you don't have a solid structured workout routine? Is it the fact that, okay, you're hitting the gym, but your diet sucks, right? Is it the fact that every single time you have to go to the gym, your boys call you out and you end up folding, right? Is it the fact that you can't attract any women? Is it the fact that you can't get any matches on dating apps? Is it the fact that your face keeps breaking out? Is it the fact that, or your business is not working the way it's supposed to, right? Just be specific with the problems, right? I just gave you guys some examples, but be specific with them, right? And everything that you can think of, right? You know, when you wrote down the right amount of problems, when your mind just feels like blank. You feel me? It feels blank because everything that was like weighing you down on your shoulders, low key, everything that was stressing you out, everything that you were carrying with you everywhere you go, that was making you tense, making you hate yourself, you just put it on a piece of paper. Well, now you gotta face it, right? Once it's on that paper, I'm telling you right now, it is so much easier to face, right? And so this is how you're gonna improve in 2026. You're gonna take those list of problems, okay? And you're just gonna go one by one. knock them out, right? Create a system, create a plan. Okay, your diet sucks. Okay, well, let me go research a meal plan that works best for me. Let me research the best foods that are gonna improve my hormones that I actually enjoy eating. Let me look up some simple recipes that I can stay consistent with. Let me go grocery shopping every single week on Sunday and buy groceries for the rest of the week so I don't have excuses, right? Let me find some recipes that are easy to make, okay? Oh, I'm not getting matches on dating apps? Okay, cool. Let me go get a nicer haircut. Let me go get in better shape. Let me go to the mall a few times a month, buy some new pieces, and then take pictures with my boys going out to nice venues and updating my dating apps, right? Oh, I can't stay consistent with the gym. Let me ask somebody who's actually done this, right? Someone who's went through what I'm going through right now, someone who's in great shape to help me stay consistent, right? Someone who's gonna keep me accountable, someone who's gonna give me a structured plan. You understand? Be Create systems for every single one of your problems and just knock them out. Knock them out. Knock them out. I'm telling you right now, once you knock them out, right? The way that you're gonna do this is you're gonna be creating those systems and then you're gonna use every single day, because obviously just watching this video, just making these lists is gonna give you a dopamine hit, right? And I'm glad that I'm motivating you. But the thing is, listen, by maybe January 2nd, you're still motivated, but by January 14th, you're gonna be like, shit, I really don't want to do this. Like, I really don't want to hit the gym. I really don't want to go grocery shopping right now. I really don't want to go out with my boys and take pictures, right? Like the momentum doesn't last forever, right? The motivation doesn't last forever. The momentum can. But the way that you get that motivation going, even on those days when you feel like you have nothing left to give, is with that list of hate. And that's why it's so important that every single day you're reading these 3 lists. Every single day. You have to do this, right? I could give you all the resources. I could give you all the motivation. I could give you all the free content, right? But if you don't read these lists and keep reminding yourself of the problems that you have, the motivation that you have from all the people hating on you, and from the man that you're actually working towards becoming, because this is the end goal. And you're always going to be working towards that man. And look, you do this, you stay locked in 2026, bro, 2027, this time, 2026, right? December 31st, 2026, you're going to wake up, you're going to be like, holy shit. You're going to read back that list of great, and you're going to realize, yo, a lot of these things I've already accomplished. I said I was going to be 12% body fat and jacked. I did it, right? I said I was going to have a rotation of 2 girls who are loving and attractive, and I did it. I said I was going to have a girlfriend. I did it, right? I said I was going to make 10K plus per month with my business, with my side hustle, and I did it. You understand? A lot of times we don't realize the progress that we make until we really, really reflect back. And that's what I spent today doing, man. I spent today looking back at all the goals I wrote down for 2025, and I realized, like, yo, and I made some big goals. I don't make small goals, guys. Every goal that I make, let's say hypothetically, you have a goal of making 10K per month, right? I say 10x it. Whatever goal you think you have, 10x that shit. So you have a goal of making 10K per month, make it 100K per month. Now, you might not accomplish 100K, but guess what? You shoot for the stars, aim for the moon. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to end up going a lot further if you just aim higher. You understand? You aim for 100K, you might fuck around and make 30K. You might fuck around and make 50, 60K, right? But if you only aim for 10K, well then you might only make 5K, 6K, right? Which is still decent, but it's not 30, 40, 50K, right? You want to lose, what, 30 pounds of fat? Okay, if you only write down, 15 pounds to be safe. See, a lot of times, guys, we write down goals that make us feel safe. We write down goals that make us feel comfortable, that make us think that, oh yeah, you know, I could lose 15 pounds of fat. Yeah, that's doable, right? That's doable, right? Yeah, I know some people who did that. No, I want you to write down goals that make you feel fucking uncomfortable. That make you feel like, I'm a liar. Like, why am I even writing this down? All of my goals that I wrote down, guys, big goals. You feel me? And it's quite frankly, like, a lot of them I didn't achieve just because they were so big. But guess what? If I would have kept myself in that small limit, then I wouldn't have gotten as far as I did this year. You feel me? I wouldn't have. So always aim higher, create goals that make you uncomfortable, and work towards them every single day. And with these 3 lists, you understand? So if you're the type of man that's ready to take this to the next level in 2026, you want to get into the best shape of your life, master your habits, ditch those bad habits that you had in 2025 once and for all, right? Become a new man. The man that can walk into any room, be respected, and be attracted to by women, right? The man that is actually proud of who he sees when he looks in the mirror. The man that can take his shirt off anytime, anywhere, right? Because he's confident who he is. He's confident in the physique that he's built, right? The man that has endless matches on dating apps, if that's what you're looking for, right? The man that can talk to any woman anytime, anywhere, right? Without spending hours doing cold approach. Most importantly, the man who has self-respect and the man who is on that list of great that you wrote down. If you want my personal help with this, creating a step-by-step plan for how you're going to accomplish all of this in 2026, I'm talking about giving you the systems, giving you all the resources, hopping on calls with you every single week, right? Putting you inside my community with other killers, right? Other guys just like you on the same type of journey, right? And giving you the same systems that changed my life and my clients' lives for the better. If you want my personal help with this in 2026, click the link in the description to book a one-on-one call with me. And we'll talk about your situation. We'll talk about where you're at, where you're trying to go, right? And we'll see if it's a good fit, if it really makes sense for us to work together, right? It might not. That's all good. I'll still point you in the right direction. But if it makes sense, let's do it. Let's take things up a notch in 2026. Let's stop saying new year, new me. Let's actually become him. You understand? You and me both. You and me both. I'm with you on this. Let's fucking get it. Make sure to check out my Instagram too. I got hella value on there, free content, right? Always uploading stories for you guys, always posting value on there. And you can learn a little bit more about me, who I am, what I do on the Instagram. So check that out. Link is also in the description. And make sure if you found this video valuable and you created the list, shoot me a DM on Instagram, right? Send me pictures of your list if you want to, if you feel comfortable doing that. Or just let me know, yo, bro, I made these lists and they truly changed my situation. Like, let me know how they have been affecting you in 2026. I'm very excited to hear about that. And if you found this video valuable, make sure to like, subscribe. I'll see you boys in the next one. Stay dangerous.